then what I'd like to do, I guess, Chris, thank you very much, for being a part of the show. And I'd like to just kind of hand this over to you and let you explain what you've built up here and why should people be using this, right?
All right, thanks you again. Thanks for having me. So when I got introduced to Helium like a couple of months ago, beginning of this year, I started reading up on it and ordered some hotspots. Waited for a very long time. When I finally got them, I hooked them up, and the next day I was probably just constantly checking the Explorer, checking the app, what the status of my hotspot is. Are the rewards coming in? Is it doing anything? Is it offline? Is it online? So from that, I noticed that the Explorer uses a public API, the Helium API, which exposes, I think, every data point that's currently available in the Explorer. So I thought, what wouldn't be great if I could get notifications, push notifications delivered to my phone or my desktop of any activity that's going on one or more of my hotspots. So I started digging into the API and set up a proof of concept, and it worked quite well. So what is Hotspot? It's a hotspot monitor tracking tool that is using Telegram messaging service to send you information. Telegram is not an open source, but they have a very open API that supports a lot of great features. That's why I chose to use Telegram. I might have even add integration for other messaging platforms if the API supports the stuff we need. So if you go to the website, there's a quick introduction with some screenshots from my mobile device and a desktop application. If you want to get started, you can just click Open Hotspot. They will ask you to open the Telegram desktop, or if you're on mobile, your mobile application. That should look something like that. When you start the bot, it's going to give you some introduction, telling you it's currently in beta, because it is. It's still a bit of a hobby project. I'm not sure if the current setup is going to scale well with a lot of users. There's also a limit currently for the amount of hotspots inside an account that can be added. I think it's currently set to 5, just to keep the server running with a lot of new users that are coming in. So what it does, it registers your Helium account. So you don't have to add separate hotspots if you have more than one. You link your account, and it's just going to basically search for all the hotspots that are connected to your account, and they get added. So if we go to the Explorer, I think, yeah, there's one. I'm from the Netherlands, so this is my focus area. There's one in Amsterdam that's doing pretty good. He has like 5 hotspots. So if we're going to copy his account address, so not his wallet address, a lot of people are having issues with that. And you enter the /register command. You're going to get asked to fill in the Helium account address. So just paste that in there. And it's going to ask the API which hotspots are connected to this account. It's all working with queues on the server side, so might take a couple of seconds before your queue job gets picked up. But here the 5 hotspots are added. You get a little information about if it's online or offline, or even if it's currently syncing, and the name of the hotspot and the location that's registered with Helium. And that's actually everything you need to do to get started. From here on out, you'll get automatically notifications from any activity. So all the activity you see in the Explorer is going to show up here a couple of minutes after they've been added to the blockchain. So we're not going to wait here until something happens. I did prepare a little debugging script so I can force some activity for this user. I just have to look up the Telegram ID. Give me a second. And if anyone has any questions, just feel free to ask him. Ask me.
And just to clarify, the when you're entering this address, this is all public information.
Yeah.
This is on the blockchain. This is something that and you're not asking for any secrets from any
No.
user in order
No.
to put this display up. Yeah.
No, exactly. All the information is coming from the API, which is in public. Yeah. So I'm looking for the most recent beaconing event for this hotspot. I'm just currently focusing on the best graphite giraffe. So this is what you see when you receive a notification that your device has sent a beacon. It looks a lot like the Explorer. That's because I copied the Mapbox style that Helium is using to generate a static image. And in the beaconing event, you can also see all the witnesses and their latitude and longitude. So I just recreated what you see in the Explorer just to make it easier for you to see what's going on with your hotspot. I'm showing the amount of witnesses, the exact date timestamp that the event occurred. This date, mostly the time, won't be the exact same as when you received the notification because, as I said, it's working with queues. There's a cron job running that processes all the hotspots, fetches the new activity from the API, and checks if there are any new activities, and then just sends them into a queue. Also, the activity events are not added to the API immediately. It takes about 5 to maybe 20 minutes before a new activity shows up after it actually happened. So I might be off like 20 to maybe 30 minutes. And next to it is the block height at which it happened. So the block height of the blockchain. And this is a link to the actual transaction in the Explorer. So if we open that up, we should see about the same thing. Yeah. And here you can see some extra information with all the extra signal information. But I'm not going to include that in the notifications probably. Then there are a lot of other notification types. This is the most recent witness event. There it is. So again, it's very interesting to see where the witnesses are located. So I included the map for this one as well. You can see here there are 11 witnesses. And what I'm also including since as of recent is the reward scale for the hotspot that sent out the beacon, because that's interesting for you to know if you're witnessing the event. And again, the address of where the hotspot is located, just to give you information of which hotspot you're actually witnessing. And then the exact same information here, the timestamp, block height. And there are some other events as well. It's the challenger and the POC challenger and the rewards. I'm gonna send them all. Yeah, there it is. So you have the mining reward activity also in the Explorer. It's giving you one or more activity types and the amount of HNT you earned for that one. It's going to just show here all the types that are included in the transaction. And then you also have the POC challenger and the challengee, but it might just take a while. Also, what's interesting is to see your reward status. You probably want to know how good your hotspot is doing, and keeping up with all the separate miner reward messages is a bit of a pain. So I've also included a statistics command, and that again is going to fetch all the information from the API. Oh, here's the challenger event, by the way. And it's gonna render again a static image of a chart of your earnings. This is for your whole account, and then for each interesting period. So what you earned today compared to yesterday, 7-day average, 30-day average, his total HNT. What else is interesting? Settings. That's kind of interesting as well. So uh, there are a lot of events happening on the hotspots. Most of them, or there are coming a lot more packet transfers. As you might have noticed, a lot of people wanted to turn that off. So I've included a little settings option, which is very well supported by the Telegram API. You can just click on the event you don't want to see anymore, and it just disabled it, and you can enable it. It's very intuitive. If you want to know if your hotspot is offline or online, that you can trigger here as well. And you can trigger here the rewards independently. So if you're gonna get a lot of data credit rewards, which are like 0.000x HNT, you can ignore that as well and just include the mining reward activity. There's also a hotspot online status notification. There's also a job running that just checks if your hotspot is online or offline based on the status that it receives from the Helium API. But there's also a syncing status, as most of you have noticed. That's not available from the API, but it's just based on the height of the blockchain your device is currently at, and the most recent, and the latest block that's on the blockchain. I believe the current threshold is 1,500 blocks. Last time I checked in the Explorer. So if you're more than 1,500 blocks behind, you're going to get a notification saying your hotspot started syncing. And once it goes back online, or maybe offline, let's hope it just goes back online, you're going to get a notification as well. And it also tells you how long it has been syncing for. So it might be 1 hour, 2 hours, 12 hours.
That's a very cool feature, by the way. I mean, where it says, okay, you just came back online after 15 hours and 29 minutes of syncing. And so it gives you a little more a full picture of what's going on with your hotspots. That's I've been absolutely loving that feature.
Very cool. It gives you peace of mind. And that was the whole idea behind this tool, just to keep me from checking it every day for like 10 times an hour. As most people who are new to the project and just deploy their hotspots are probably doing as well. So that's probably it for its functionality. Oh, you can also remove your account, of course. If you just enter the remove command, it's gonna remove all the hotspots that are connected to your account, and it's gonna leave your user account inside the system. If you wanna get removed from the whole system, you can just stop the bot. And Telegram is going to send the server a message that the user has been kicked, and it's going to remove all your user data, which isn't a lot, to be honest. A lot of people ask me about that. If it's privacy. I just noticed the screen was off for a bit. If a lot of user data is sent to Hotspot, the answer is no. The information that is sent is the information you give to Telegram. So what I could receive is the first name, last name, and your username. But the only field that's required, I believe, is the first name, which is just a open input, so you can put in anything if you want to keep people from knowing who you are. And yeah, everything is based on a Telegram chat ID that I received from Telegram. And if that's not available, you can't receive any messages anymore.
One thing that's really slick here, and I've been a heavy Telegram user for years and years here, but it makes it easy if I just want to send something over. If I'm talking to someone and I just want to, let them know what I'm talking about in regards to one of my hotspots, it makes that super simple to do.
Yeah, you can just forward the message. What's also possible, forgot to mention, is there's also group support. So if you and your buddy purchase some hotspots, you want to monitor them together, you can also create a Telegram group and just add the bot to the group, and it's gonna work mostly the same. The command is a bit different. After the command is the username of the bot, or else it won't respond to your messages. And so you can use one single activity monitoring tool with 1 or 2 or maybe 10 users. Telegram channels are currently not supported because the options for the replies and just the messages of itself are a bit different. Might look into it in the future, but currently just groups and private chats are should suffice, I guess.
And Telegram has a very well developed, API and system. So if you're writing against Telegram, or you want to integrate your Telegram bot into another chat, I can pull. There's methods to pull Telegram bots into other chat systems. Into if I want something from a bot to be forwarded through to I don't know, to email, to to SMS, there's methods.
It's a very open system with a well-defined API specification. So that's mostly a joy to use. I looked into it some other platforms, but it's just very limiting. And with the features I currently have, I'm probably not able to implement everything the same as in Telegram. It's probably going to take a lot of time as well. Also, the settings. A lot of people also ask me if it's possible to configure the settings on a per hotspot basis. I probably could implement that, but I think it's going to get messy inside Telegram. So I'm thinking of setting up a login page where you can use the bot to generate a unique login code where you can manage your settings per hotspot, or even ignore complete hotspots or stuff like that. That's on the to-do list currently.
And one thing, and I know one reason a lot of people, kind of came on board with Telegram initially was because it does support encryption, and they have a running, I guess, contest, basically saying that, okay, we give you the client, we give you the server. If you can man in the middle of this, then they have a bounty, which I want to say is about $500,000.
Oh, is it
running and never claimed? Yeah. But no, it's a great platform. And when I saw this, I was just tickled pink, man. I thought this was very cool, and especially, even if you're just using the online status, that's huge. That's so convenient. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe it's the statistics information. That's just that's not a push notification.
And because Telegram is so flexible, if I wanted to, have another bot that reacted off of, this bot triggering, I could. There are plugins for Telegram that allow me to. If I want to do like a relay, if I want to do a hardware relay, if I say, okay, if I want to do something real world based off of what this bot is responding with, it's not difficult really to integrate something like that. So, you have a channel on our Discord. If people have questions about this, they can hit you up in there and get a little more information, or if they have suggestions, or if they just want to say, hey, thank you so much. I want to give you lots of HNT for doing this. They can please find you over there. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, as I said, it's currently a hobby project, so I'm just running a server that's currently processing all the information. There are a lot of new users coming in. I see there are a lot of there's a lot of activity on the server as well. It's currently still manageable, but I might look into getting some kind of subscription system up and running for users that have more than X hotspots, or with a limit on activity, because again, in its current state, it's manageable, but it gets the user growth is pretty big. A lot of users don't have one hotspot but have multiple. And I'm also
ran into that issue.
yeah, exactly.
Because it's in beta, limited to 5, I think.
Yeah, it's currently limited to 5. Yeah, I would love to bring that number up, but I just can't guarantee that it's gonna work in its current state. So if you're using the app and you enjoy it and you think it's of value to you, please consider donating so I can keep the servers running.
Now, is that something that would, entail a complete, like a full redesign in order to have more than 5, or could you just have tiered? And so if someone says, hey,
oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
I've been thinking about it a lot last couple of days. I can just do subscription based, where you can just enter your credit card details, but a lot of people don't want their credit card information linked to their Helium hotspots. So I'm probably gonna have to think of something else, maybe just based on transactions, H&T transacted, and where you can buy credits or something like that.
Okay.
If anyone has any idea to do this
and
properly,
you know what?
let me know.
Actually, Telegram recently released a full payment processing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Embedded system. I don't know if that would be something to at least take a look at.
But I haven't looked into it yet. I've seen it in the API documentation. But might be interesting to take a look at. Also, the new validator nodes, that's currently not supported. We had a short chat about it, and it might be interesting to add support for validators inside Hotspot. I don't own a validator, so if someone would love to get a validator support and has access or owns a validator node, or at least can tell me which events would be interesting and in what format you would like to receive them, I'd be happy to collaborate on that and integrate it. I'm also currently still using the public API. The number of requests that I'm sending to the API is increasing every day. So I'm also thinking about setting up a separate node, or if someone is running a node currently and wants to collaborate on that, please let me know as well, because that's a whole other project, I believe.
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, Chris, this is KJ.
Hi.
I just tried setting it up through Telegram, and I registered, and then I went and did /start, and then it gave me that message and asked me to register again. So I'm a little confused about that. I did register, and it pulled up my actual hotspot.
Okay.
But then it gave me a list. I clicked on a menu and it said different commands. And I said, get started with the Helium hotspot.
Yeah.
And did start.
Yeah. And that's all you have to do for now. So if we go back to where we started, the start command just shows you this message with some information about the bot and suggests you get started using the register command. If you've already registered, you of course don't have to register again. If you actually use the command register and you already have a account registered, I believe. Oh no. Only if it's valid, we check if you have an existing. Oh no, that's not true. We remove the account. So if you already have hotspots registered and you try to use the register command again, it's going to let you know that you have to remove your current account before adding a new account or a different account. So it's just a waiting game from there. You just have to wait until some activity shows up in the API for me to send you a message. You can, if you want to make sure if it's all working, you can try the /statistics command, which should show you all the statistics for your account. Of course, I don't have an account registered right now.
And so you said that's going to be account wide. That's not just going to be the 5 hotspots that I guess are enrolled. That will be for the entire account.
No, there's a hard limit. So if your account has more than the maximum number of hotspots, you're just not able to register your account currently.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So again, the statistics command should show you the
your
reward statistics, and any new activity is gonna be sent out to you as long as my servers keep running. Let me check.
Excellent. And the website is just hotspot.net with the B, hotspot.
Yeah.
.net.
It's a bit
And
confusing.
no, I think it's
Yeah.
great. I think it's a wonderful name.
Just
No, I love it. I love it.
invert the P and you get a hotspot.
Very nice. Man, thanks for coming on the show, and
Yeah.
thanks for developing this. I think it's
Thanks for having me.
definitely useful. I've been like I say, I've been enjoying using it, the past week or so. And initially, I had way too many settings on, and I was just getting my wife's like, okay, what is your phone doing? Like, okay, yeah, I know. But when you kind of pare that down, so you're not just getting data transfer notifications, but
Yeah, the data transfers, you should probably turn them off once you know your hotspot is running properly.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but no, I mean, especially, I'm going back to this again, but just seeing how long something's been offline or syncing, and when it
Yeah.
started, and I
Yeah.
mean that is really, really clean information, the way it's displayed in the Telegram interface. And it's pretty slick. If you don't have an
Thanks.
account, or if you don't have it set up, check it out. It's quite cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, good deal.